Hi, my name is Hamid. I'm an instructor at ASM Educational Center. Today I'm going to talk about Amazon Elastic Load Balancing. I have done a bunch of lab on the last videos. Make sure you go watch those. But let me show you what I have here. Basically, what I create a new region is 10.0.0/16, as you see right here at the bottom. Then I create a bunch of subnet. I create a public subnet 10.0.10/24. Again, I explained this detail in other labs. I create private subnet 10.0.20/24, and I create another subnet, public subnet 10.0.3.0/24. Here I have a two web server 1 and 2 in this address, and also I have web server 3 as 10.0.3 network. Okay. All of these guys, they can get access to internet. And what I did, I went to each of these PC, web server 1 and web server 2. These are instances, Microsoft. I installed IIS, a web server. And then inside the web server, I created 3 websites. So when I go to web server 1, when I type the IP as a web server 1, it's going to show me that this is web server 1. When I go web server 2, it will show web server 2 and also web server 3. Now, why we do that? Because I want to show the concept I want to show the concept of load balancing. In real life, when you type in something, address in the internet, is going to go to same page. But here, we're going to see web server 1, web server 2, and web server 3. Again, that's what's high here. In here, we're going to use web server 2 and 3 only in elastic load balancing. When I go to DNS that is provided by Amazon, which we're going to see that, I will see both web server 1 and web server 2. So that will load balance. So let me show you what we have here. Okay, so when I go back to my my browser again, okay, so I go to VPC right here. Okay, and then you see I have two VPC. Alright, I'm right now at the Northern Virginia. Okay, now here this is default. I name it. That's the one was 7172, and this is the ASM VPC 10.0.0/16. Okay. Okay, then inside the VPC right here, I create a bunch of subnets. So let me go by name. I have a public subnet 10.0.3. I have another public subnet 10.0.10. Okay, and then I have a private subnet 10.0.2.0. Okay, now inside of these, we have a bunch of web server. So we have a public, and private. Okay. So these are the public subnet that we create that. Okay, now then also I have a bunch of instance. Let me show you that. You have 3 running instance right here. So you have the web server 1, then I have web server 2, then I have web server 3. Okay, now web server 1 right here, this is the IP addresses. When I come down, as you see, as a public IP address 34.232.105. Okay, and it has a private 10.0.180. So that's web server 1 is. All right, web server 2 is also has a public as 10.0.190. As you see from that diagram, both web server 1 is in this subnet 10.0.10. Okay, web server 3 is on 10.0.30. All right, so when I go to web server 3 right here is 10.0.3, and this is the public IP address. Then what I do, I highlight that, I say connect like this, and I went through here. I connect to each of these from remote desktop. Why I can do that? Because I've done all of these, because what I did here, this is security groupies. Okay, when I click here, you see that I have inbound, I have bunch of rules. I have HTTP, I have HTTP, RDP, HTTPS, and also ping, so I can allow that. All right, so back to that. Let's go back to the instance. Okay, so these are my here. It's 57. You see at the bottom here, 54, 174, 118, 170 RDP. Let me see that. Web server 3 will be 54.170. That's this one. Okay. Web server 1 is going to be, when I look at here, is 34.232. So 34.232. Which is right here, 105. Okay, and then web server 2 is 34.205. is this one. Okay, so this one we're not going to use that. Okay, so this is for web server what 3. So I did this, I connect that, and these are all right here. I just want to show what I've done. I have that one 34, this one, that one. So when I go here, let me minimize this. See, this is web server 1. Okay, now what I did here, basically when you go on the server manager right here, I just want to show you what I did. I install IIS. So what I did, I went to the here, this is server 2 is, I went to the roles and I install that. How do I do that? All you have to do is say add roles. You're gonna go next, then make sure you highlight the web server install. So that's what I did. Okay, so I just want to show I installed that. Then what I did, I went to start, administrator tools, then you see service manager here, IIS service manager. I created what, a shortcut right here. Okay, and then here, this is that one. When I go here, I go to the site website, and I go default website, then I see that default document right here. You have default that, you have index and all of that. So I created something called index.html, and let me show you what that is. This is basically, go start computer, C drive. When you saw IIS, you're going to see a new folder. It's called inetpub. Inside inetpub, you have www root. Inside that one, I created a file called what? Index.html. So when I open this, when I go back to this PC, now look at this. This is the public IP address. When I type in 34.233, let me write down here, 34.232.105.9, it says what? Web server 1. So that's right here. Okay, so I've done all of that. All right, then I go to the other one, web server 2. Same process. I went and I create all of that good stuff. Okay, so I went to here, I went to the computer, I went to C drive, I went to inetpub, I went www, I created index.html. Okay, and when you go open this one up, sorry about that, when you go to open browser and type in 34.205.89.67, see web server 2. Okay, same thing for web server 3. So let me go to web server 3 right here, this one. Again, this is IP address 1754. Let's go try that. 54.174.118.170. Okay, web server 3. So let me go back to my diagram. When I go back to my PowerPoint, which is right here, again, what do we have? Web server 1 and 2, web server 3. Now all of these guys, I can go from my internet, I can go from here, I can go to all of these guys. Let me show you. This is from my PC. Look at here, when I go from my PC, okay, so I'm going to type in those IP address. I'm going to type in 54.174.118.170. See, it's going to take you web server 3. Okay, then I'm going to go 34 right here, 205. I press here, refresh. That's web server 2 is, and this is what? Web server 1. I can do all of these. Why is that? Because I have internet gateway here and I have routing table allow you these guys to go out. Okay, so let me show you that. So what I'm saying that right here, all of these have done in the previous what? Labs. I just want to refresh that. So when I go to the VPC right here, okay, on the left side you're going to see subnets. Okay, these are all my subnet right here. Okay, and then you're gonna see internet gateway. So what I did, this is, I call this default gateway. This is come from the what? Look at this. This is the default VPCs, and this is my that. I had to create a internet gateway, and the keys you gotta make sure attach it. Okay, it's attached. So this is internet gateway address. Okay, then I went to routing table. Watch this. This was default routing table because it says what default VPC. Now watch this. I said the ASM public routing to go out, and this was created by default after VPC. After VPCs came, it created that one. But what I did, I went and I created a new routing table. Inside the routing table right here, when it says routes, see I have that. This means locally. Anything in here, they can ping each other. Any of 10 network, they can ping each other. Locally means what that. But anything else, they can get out to where? To internet. This means anything goes to internet gateway. Then the key here is you have to say subnet association. Make sure to do this part. This is public subnet and this is public subnet. See, I did not put what? Private subnet. Okay, I've done it. Okay, and then on EC2, when I go back to here, let's go to one of the web server 2. When you go look at the secure groups, when you look at inbound, look what happened. I'm allowing the from outside the world, you get port 80. I can do RDP 443 and also what ISMB. I can pin that. Okay. So up to now, I'm just refreshing what I have done for what you guys. Now what we're going to do, we're going to elastic balance. That means between web server 2 and 3, we want to balance the load. That's the whole idea of this lab is in order to what? Balance the load. Okay. So right here, elastic load balancing. Okay. And we're going to do that. When we're going to do that, we're going to see all of this. So how do we do that? We're going to go back to here. We're going to VPC. I'm sorry, EC2 right here. On the left, you come down, and then you're going to see what? Load balancers. Okay. You're going to see what? A load balancer. So what we're going to do, you want to create a load balancer. We have two kinds. One is the HTTPS. This is called what? Application layer, and this is a classic one. And this is transport layer. Okay, it says right here. See, a classic load balancing makes routing decision on either transport layer, TCP, or application layer, all of that, and supports either EC2, classic, or VPC. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this one. We'll say continue. Okay. Here, I'm going to give it a name, ASM classic. Okay, classic. Elastic ELB load balance. Okay, then you gotta make sure pick the correct what? VPC. Okay, so that's it. We're not going to internal, and this is going to be listening to what? Port 80. Then we're going to say what? Assign a what? Security. We're going to say next. Now here you have to tell which one of those available zone you want. So I gotta pick. So what I'm going to pick, you gotta be careful. See, these are public and what? Public and private. So you want to pick these two. I'm going to pick this one, public. That's for what? Available East 1A. So I'm going to pick that one, and also East what? 1B. Again, the key is they're picking what? Both public. Be careful. That's what's very important to what? Name it. The private, we're not going to use that. So these are that. Then I'm going to say what? Next. Okay. Now here I can create a new group. I can use one of the group I had. So I'm going to use these groups, which is what? RDP, HTTP, HTTPS. Okay, we have all of that. Okay. So I'm going to highlight that one, get that. Okay. Then we'll say next, configure secure setting. Okay. All right, it's not going to use secure. Don't worry about that. Next. Now here's very important health check is. Okay. The key part here, in order not to get confused, you have to read that. Look at the first one. Time to wait when receiving response from health check. So here I'm going to make it so you want to be fast. I'm going to make it 2 seconds here. This is what? Amount of time between checks. Like how long is going to say. So 30 seconds is kind of long. So I'm going to make it what? 5 seconds. Again, you can pick any number you want. Unhealthy threshold. I'm going to leave it as a 2. Number of consecutive health check failure between declaring EC2 unhealthy. So how many times he has to check that? I put 2. Healthy threshold. Number of consecutive health checks success before declaring E2. How many times health? I'm going to change this to, let's say, 3. Okay. Again, if you move the mouse on top of those, it will tell you which one you do. Then I'm going to say add. Next, add insert. Now here you want to pick which one. according to my lab, I'm going to pick web server 3 and what 2. So I'm going to pick these guys because they're different what, see that, they're different what zone. I could pick that guy too, but I just want to pick these two guys. Okay, so this is the what private, and that's on this next add tag. Okay, here the tag I'm going to call that what, let's say production ELB, and tab I'm going to put value on. Okay, review and what create. So this gives a summary of that, give a name, internet facing, port configuration, all of that, 252 seconds, and all of this good stuff, enable and all that good stuff. Okay, all right, so what we're going to do, create. Now what's going to happen, this guy is going to create that. Okay, so I'm going to close that. I can go to here, or I close it, go back. Let's go to see how this looks like here. At the beginning, when I come here, look at the instance, see what out of service, so it takes time. Look, when it's instant registration, it's still in progress, it's still doing progress. But let's look at this. See, I got 1B, web server 3, and what web server what 2, 1A. So they're different zone. Okay, now what's going to happen, here's the key part is, you want to make sure you understand. Let me move this to the right so you can see better. Amazon does not give you what public IP address, they give you what DNS. Later on we're gonna show you how you can convert that using Route 53 later on in the video, how to convert that to the fully qualified domain name. So something to easy, because nobody in the public remember this long name. Okay, so we can use alias name like www something like abc.com, like that, www test.com. okay, so whenever you type this or you copy paste in the browser, we're going to see that we're going to see pointing to our website. Now again, to see this, that is load balancing, one of them is going to be web server 3 and the other one is going to be web server 2. That's the only one we want to do load balancing. Okay, again, your website is going to point to the alias name here, which you can do in Route 53 or in your DNS. We're going to cover that later on. Okay, so let's click refresh. Let's see what's happening here. All right, in service, oops, unknown, that's not good. Let's do it again. Okay, now it's in service. Okay, that's good. Now let's look at the other tab. That's what instance, right? Now here, see, is a healthy, yes, and what B is what, yes. So life is good right now. Okay, now in case you want to change anything, see edit, I can say edit instance, I can add or what remove if I want to do that, or health check. These are the values that we already have. That if you want, you can change all of this. I can edit, change all of that if I want to. Everything I done, you can change that. Tags, you can change a tag here. Okay, monitoring or listening, you can change all of this here. And this is description. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to test that. So I'm going to copy this right here. I'm going to take this, the whole thing, copy it, then I'm going to open new browser. Now watch this. When I put this, when I press enter, see it goes web server 2. Now I'm going to click refresh, web server what 3. See that, web server 2 and web server 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3. So what's happening is load balancing between two servers. Okay, again, you have to understand, in real world, this page and the other page will be exact same thing, because you want to have a carbon copy of that. But here we want to make sure that when the people type in your fully qualified domain name, again, we're gonna cover this on next lab. It's called Route 53. When I go that's going to go to your website. So this is going to be www. Like, but for here, we're just going to use this. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to simulate a problem. What does that mean, simulate a problem? That means I'm going to go back to my EC2 console. I'm going to go back EC2. I'm going to shut down one of the server, the web server, let's say 3. I'm going to highlight this. It's same as right here. I can go action, instance state, and I'm going to say what? Sorry about that. Stop. Stop is same as I go to here, this web server 3. If I go to web server 3, let's see if this was 3. Yeah, well, that's one. I'm sorry about that. I think it's this one. Yeah, 3 right here. Stop is same as like shutting down. So I can go right here, this, and shut down. And we're going to see what's going to happen. Just again, notice that web server 3 is where you're shutting down. So I'm going to, okay, shut it down. So I'm shutting down this, right? Now watch this. I go back here. I'll go back to EC2 again. On the left side, I'm going to go down until I see what? Load balancer. Now watch this. When you go here, let's look at instance. Aha, see that? One of them is what? Out of service. That's not good. Now look at here. When I look at health check, when I go down, oops, sorry about that. Instead, when I go down, then I see it on the health, web server 1, which is with this one, life is good. Yes, see this web server 1 was, right? But this is says what? No healthy targets, nothing good, okay? But let's see if we can go to that link. I'll go back to here. Let's click refresh. See, 2 is working. Refresh 2. Now, right now, only one web server is working, okay? So as you see that, the load balance is working. Now, in order to fix that, all I have to do, we have to fix it. Let's go. I'll go back to EC2 cancel. I'll go back to EC2 right here. Then I'm going to go back to see running instance is 2 running. Then I'm going to highlight what? The one is stop right here. See? Stop. Stop is similar shutdown. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to say action. Then I'm going to state and what? Start. Okay? So right now I'm starting what? Web server what? 3. And eventually it comes up. Okay? So let's see if it's coming up good. We just have to wait. Okay? So let me summarize what I did. Until that comes out, then we can check it. So, elastic load balancing. Instance monitorable elastic are reported as in service, or as you saw that we have the word of in service or out of service. Health check. Check the instance health by talking to each other. They talk to each other, make sure life is good. They have their own DNS. Sorry about that. This should be DNS. DNS name. You are not given the IP address or elastic load balance. Make sure you have a 2 different subnet in different availability zone. So it has to be what? In availability zone. Sorry about that. Okay. So that's what you have to make sure that. Okay. Again, remember, for example, you just get DNS name. You do not get what? IP address. All right. So let's go back again. We're going to go back and check our health. Make sure this is up running. Okay, so initializing. Let's go back to the left side and let's go back and load balancing right here, left side. Let's see if this is healthy. Okay, instance. All right, now both servers what? Good. 3 is good and the other guy is also what? Good. Now we can go check it again. This back to here. This is what we had our DNS. Okay, I press enter. See 3. Then I press enter. You get what? 2. So 2 and 3. Okay, so life is good. Alright, so that's it. That does everything. Please subscribe to our things. If you go to asmed.com/L, if you go to our homepage, which you type in asmed.com/L, L means landing page, that takes you to our landing page. We have a bunch of courses, CompTIA, Net. We have CompTIA, different courses, all that cybersecurity, Cisco. Then here in Amazon, we have Amazon A Classic. When you click here, we have a different format. We have a bootcamp, we have evening, we have online, we have Webex, we have everything, okay? And also on the right side, if you look at here, blogs, we have what? Amazon, AWS, some blogs here too. So these are the blogs that we have. About DNS type, about getting started, elastic load balancing, all that good stuff, and VPC and everything else like that. Okay, and everything else is going to be on the YouTube. Eventually, all of this is going to be on YouTube channel that we have. So make sure to our YouTube channel and watch the other thing. We can go to YouTube channel right here. As you see, we have what? AWS tutorial. We have AWS Security Group, we have AWS NAT, and then it has AWS VPC. Eventually, we're going to add these classes too also. So if you have any question or comment, please give us a call back at 301-984-7400 or fill up this form. Thanks so much, and you have a good day. Bye-bye.